Hello everyone. It is Sunday night. What date is it today? I've got no idea. I don't know what day it is half the time. It is the 17th of September, Sunday night. I'm on Sydney time, 7:30 Sydney time. So depending on where you all are, you might be different times to me. So wishing you well anyway for a Sunday night. I wonder what I'll do tonight too, Marilyn. You're not the only one who wonders that. I do have something I promised on Friday night that I would do. Moira was asking about the kit, the brand new kit that just came out. So I'm going to show you that. And I thought we'd make a card from the kit. And then I might try making something alternative with it. But who knows what? I don't know yet. If anyone was paying attention to my Facebook page today, I was giving away a color coach, which has all the Stampin' Up colors, and it shows you some different combinations that you can make with each and every one of the colors. And so I offered to give that away and literally was overwhelmed with the results of that. I did not expect as many people to go, yes, please give me one. So it's been great, but it's kept me very busy today. So my apologies if I haven't got to yours yet. Okay, if you have asked for one, and it hasn't arrived in either your message box or your inbox, your email inbox, because I'm asking people if they prefer to receive it by email or by message, Facebook message, and people can choose what suits them best. But if I haven't got to yours yet, it's coming. So I think I'm up to about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or maybe a little after that. Anything since then I haven't got to yet. So my apologies if that's you. I hope I will be back on, have them all done at some point of this evening. That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. So if you are after one of the color coaches, I did put I put the story up on my Instagram page, and also the information is on my Facebook page. And like I said, lots of people have asked me for those. So yeah. I hope that those of you who have been doing that or have been asking for that today, I hope you enjoy them very much. All right, let me go through and just see if I've got any questions or anything I need to address here, because I see there's lots and lots of comments already. Hello, Donna and Margaret. You guys were here early. And Cherie. Hey, Anna, how are you going over there in the US? It's lovely to see everyone. Hi there, Leslie. How are you? You feeling better, honey? And then what else? We have Chris here from Melbourne. And we have Janine. Janine, you're in Brisbane, I think, aren't you? We've got people spread out all over the place. And if I haven't said hello to you, my apologies. I try and get to everybody, but it's almost impossible to go through everyone's names. So please, if you're asking a question while I'm creating, I try and keep up with the comments. What I really need is someone to go through the comments for me. I need to have an offsider sitting here who can do that for me. At some point that might happen, but right now it's just me. So what I like to do is try and keep abreast of the comments, and then if I miss one, people usually write in capital letters to get my attention. You know, somebody asked a question. You know, did you see her question? So I'm trying to keep up with it. Okay, all right. But lovely to see everybody here tonight. Fabulous. We've got Monique, we've got Rose, we've got Kelly. Hi, girls. Katrina and Moira, I think you guys, I think I've sent your, I'll check. When I'm finished this, I'll be checking to see if I've sent everyone's color coach. Okay, all right. So I'm going to swing over to the desk, and Moira was asking about the kit. So, hey, I'm glad you're here, Moira. Let's switch over. Here we go. Can everyone see that okay? Just try and center it into the screen, okay? All right, all the kits come in these cute little boxes. I love them. I think they're super sweet. I've got a bit of a collection going, and they're very, very good. When you're finished with the kit, they're great for storage. Really, really great way to keep stuff in. And they fit, you know, markers and all that kind of stuff. So each kit comes, you can see I haven't even opened this one yet, but each kit comes with a whole bunch of things. They are basically, these type of kits are all inclusive, which means there's a stamp set. There's the stamp set. You see a cute little stamp set? Some little words, some Christmas trees, and a little star there. Okay. You also get a block. to put them on. So if you're starting out and you have nothing, this is a great place to start because it's going to supply you with a few blocks as well. They're not as thick and they haven't got the finger holder bits as our regular blocks, but they will still do the job, okay? And they are clear, so you'll still get a good result with those. And then we have the little mini ink pads, not our big ones, but these are the mini ones. They're called Stampin' Spots, these. Hey, Nairi. Oh, Facebook hasn't shown you that yet. Are you on my Facebook page, Marilyn? You might be on my Facebook. I've got two. I've got a group for my Australian girls, and then I've got a page which is for everybody all over the world. And the page is where I put that information earlier today. So I did it first thing this morning and thought a few people might like it. Was completely overwhelmed. I think so far we're up to about 100 comments on the thread. So like I said, it's kept me very busy. But so I didn't completely lose my Sunday. I've just looked at it every hour or so and then come back to it. And then this afternoon I had to take my son for a driving lesson because, gee, that's a lot of fun, isn't it? Who loves taking kids, 17-year-olds, for driving lessons? Not really, not me. But we're managing. We're getting him there. He's got, of course, for those who don't know, here in Australia, we have to do kids when they're learning to drive. They get their L permit, their learner's permit, and then they have to do 120 hours of driving before they get their provisional license. Well, he's got, I think, 12 hours and 35 minutes, so we have a long, long way to go. You passed. Yes, I'm sure you're glad you passed the driving lessons, Nairi. All right, so this is Lost Lagoon. I'm not actually going, these come sealed, and I'm actually not going to open this one tonight because I've got my Lost Lagoon ink pad that is already open. So I'm not going to open this one. I'll save it for something else or for another time. So I'll put that to one side and I'll use my Lost Lagoon ink pad instead. That you could, if you didn't have anything else, you could, you would have. That's what I love about these things. It gives you everything you need to get started. Okay, absolutely everything. Now I haven't even taken the shrink wrap off this yet, so let's open this up. And I'm just going to pop my scissors in there. So if you have a pair of scissors, that's handy, especially if there's some of the kits have like twine or string or a bit of ribbon in them, and it's handy to have scissors to cut those. Apart from that, you don't need any, usually you don't need any glue. Sometimes you might want adhesive, but this one's got dimensionals in it. So let's have a look and see. The first thing, the most important thing, here's your instructions. Okay, so the instructions are great because they're mainly diagrams. See that? Which is great because it means it works for any language. All right, so no matter what language, you can follow the diagrams and know how to put the different cards together. This kit also here on the front shows you the cards that it makes. So there's 3 different designs, 1, 2, and 3, and there's 3 of each. So the kit makes 9 cards. So Megan's asking a question. I haven't heard anything about getting the latest paper pumpkin. Haven't heard anything about it yet, but I tell you what, if we get that bit of news, I make sure I let you guys know as soon as I can. You only have the Australian one. Okay, so let me put for you so that you can be on that page. So the page gets different things to the group. Okay, the group, I tend to do like physical giveaways like product and that kind of stuff in the group because I can do that here in Australia and I can't send them overseas. But let me just find for you. Let me see. Have I got it? Oh, I don't think I have. All right, let me just quickly type in the Facebook page, and I'm just going to give me 1 second while I do that. So I'll switch over to it, and this is going to be the address that you would go to. You can search for it if you want to. The name is Linda Dolke Papercraft in Australia. That's what it's called. But I'm just going to put the actual address that you can click on here in the comments, and I'll also make a banner with it. So, all right, so this is the actual address, okay, but I'll also put that in the comments, all right? So in the comments, you can click on it. There we go. I'm putting it in the comments. So it's on the screen. It's facebook.com/Linda Stamps and Stuff. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking when I came up with that name. I think I had no idea what to say. So it's Linda's Stamps and Stuff, because I didn't know what I was doing back then. That was a long, long time ago that I put that together. So is that useful? Okay. Hey, Sally, nice to see you tonight. Hey, Fran, nice to have you here. Hey, Jenny. All right. So let me go back and just see if there's any other questions or anything I missed. Okay, Monique, that's there for you as well. So you've got the personal Facebook, but not the Facebook page. There's the Facebook page on the screen, and I also put it in the comments, so you can click the link there if you want to. Okay, so Marilyn said thank you. So hopefully that means you've got it. All right, and you just follow the page. Okay, so you choose to follow, and then that way, if you follow someone's page, it comes up in your feed when you're just scrolling through. Okay, does that make sense? I hope it does. And if you engage on any posts, like you hit like or you comment on a post, that actually tells Facebook that, hey, you like what this person's doing, and therefore I'm going to make sure you see more of that. So that's why it's a great idea for people to like or follow your page and like or comment on the different posts you have, because it helps Facebook to know that you're interested in this content and they show you more of it, which is good for me because that means I get my information out there that people can see, and it's good for you because you get to see more of the stuff that you like. So I hope that makes sense. That's how the algorithm works in favor of people who are engaging on posts in Facebook, and that's why liking and sharing and commenting are all really useful in helping me to get seen. Okay, so it actually does mean you don't need to spend money with someone to support their business. You can actually like, comment and share. Sharing is a big one. If you share stuff that I put out on my personal Facebook page, that really helps me get seen, because Facebook goes, people like what she's putting out there. We're going to make sure that she gets out there more. So I hope that makes sense. Does everyone understand how that works? And that's where the thumbs up is good too. That's also really good. But if you put a cross face, like sometimes somebody will say something and someone will put a cross face because they think it's funny. A cross face actually means Facebook goes, oh, the people don't like that. We're going to show less of her stuff. So please don't put a cross face. Okay. So there you go. It is a bit like Puff and Stuff. I remember that, HR Puff and Stuff. I still remember the song. I'm not going to sing it for you, but I still remember the song. Yes, you could do that, Donna. That would be fine, because you don't do Facebook. Yep, no problems. You can. Do you have my email address? Do I need to put that banner up? I'm a little bit hesitant to put it up on YouTube, because I'll put it up very quickly. Here you go. And there's my email address. It's lindastampsau@gmail.com. Okay, so if you need to send me an email because you're not on Facebook, then you can do that. That's not a problem at all. Okay, all right, I'm just going to go out of banners and back to comments, and we'll hide that and go back to the comments so I can see. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's go back to our kit. As we know, the instructions are pretty important because you're going to need those. So you keep those somewhere safe. You don't throw them out. On the back also, this is really helpful. On the back of the instructions, it shows you everything that you're supposed to have in the kit, whichever kit you have. And there is also, this is also important, there's a couple of QR codes here. Now, I think most of us got used to using QR codes and scanning them with our phone camera when we went through COVID, because like here in Australia, you actually had to scan your phone in order to be allowed into like shops and all kinds of things. So this is the same thing, where you can scan with your camera and then press the link and it'll take you to a video. This one takes you to stamping basics. So if you're learning how to stamp, it takes you through some basic steps of stamping. And this one takes you through detailed instructions for the kit. Okay, so that gives you some good ideas. Also below here, it tells you what coordinating colors. Okay, you could probably work out, you could probably just look at them and see, but it tells me here that the colors in this kit are Granny Apple Green, the bright green, Lost Lagoon, okay, which is the softer, actually that's not Lost Lagoon. There is Lost Lagoon somewhere in there. I'll find it. Oh, well, Lost Lagoon is in the ink. The darker color here is Pretty Peacock. And pecan pie is like a medium brown, and there's also real red, which you can see there as well. So they're the colors in the kit. So you can see what colors. If you have those ink pads, you might find them useful, and you can see all this other information. So all the kits have this stuff, okay, if you're looking for that. Okay. If you are a demonstrator, can I just be really honest and tell you that I did not create, someone thanked me today for putting together the color coach. I didn't. The color coach is a demonstrator, is something that Stampin' Up makes available to demonstrators for us to share with our customers. So everybody, if you're a demonstrator, you have the color chart on the demonstrator website in business resources under the print lab. So if you're looking for it, you're a demonstrator already, you can just gain access to it through the demonstrator website. So there you go. All right, but I don't mind sending it to you if you prefer. All right, so here are the envelopes. The envelopes in these kits are always, I think they're beautiful. So these have got like red on the inside. They're just white on the outside, but they've got like a red liner. Really, really nice. They look like lined envelopes. They're really nice. And they've got a full sheet of dimensionals. Can you see them there? So that's really cool. That means all your sticking is taken care of. And here we've got our card bases. So we've got some red card bases. So if I look here, you can see this one has the red card bases, the one with the little trees. Okay, they're the red ones. There's 3 of those. And then there's 3 pretty peacock ones, 3 of them. And then there are 3 granny apple green ones. Well, and then under here we've got some die cut shapes all ready to go that can be stuck on, some little cacti. There's cactuses isn't a word, is it? And some palm trees. And the cactus are in cute little glittery pots for Christmas. Isn't that cute? Little glitter pots like those. And then you've got these little bases here. These are already like pre-stamped, pre-printed, and you can see that these ones are going to go here. They're going to go on behind these. Okay, so you can kind of get a feel. You probably could just look at the picture and work it out, to be honest. You probably don't even need the instructions if you're someone who prefers to just look at the pictures. This one has glittery trees and little bits of bling on the trees. Super cute. There's 3 sheets of those. And then these little guys for your greetings. You're going to use your greetings from the little stamp set to put into these, and these are like little die cut shapes all ready to go. So super, super easy, and there's always a piece of cardboard in there just to keep everything flat and straight. So there we go. Bits and pieces. So my question to you, I thought I would make, as I said earlier, I thought I would make a card from the kit, like one of these. Okay, we can choose the pretty peacock, the real red, or the granny apple green base. Okay, any of those 3. And then I might make my own version. Okay, I'm not sure what that's going to be yet, but let's see. You think you're going to get this one? That'd be good, Jenny. I think it's a really great little kit. Hey, Cass, nice to see you. How is the Wild Wild West? Is it wild? I wonder. Looking forward to seeing you next week. You wish you could buy Stampin' Up products with likes. Yes, there you go. That's the problem, isn't it? When you have a really long wish list. Look, my personal thinking is if you have a really long wish list, and I really need to say this because this is the best value you can get, do think about joining as a demonstrator, because you will get your discount on top of whatever specials or anything else Stampin' Up might be offering. So it's always great to get your discount, but if you prefer to, we can talk more about that another time. But if anyone has any questions about that and you would like to know more about being a demonstrator, just sing out, okay? And I will send you some info. No problems at all. Is it still open? Yes. You mean getting the color coach? Is that what you mean, Cherie? Not sure. Let me see. I'm just going through. Oh, no names mentioned with the crossface. Yes, we won't mention any names at all, will we, Nairi? Not at all. And let me just go through and see. Yeah, I know. I love that show too. Was it Witchy Poo? Is that right? HR Puff. Who remembers HR Puff and stuff? We often do a little bit of memory lane down here on a Friday or Sunday night, don't we? We did Play School last week or the week before, and now we're talking HR Puffin stuff. I wasn't allowed to watch HR Puffin stuff because I grew up in a very conservative family, and my mum didn't want me watching anything with a witch in it. So that probably sounds strange to some people, but that was just how it was when I grew up. Ah, hello, Diane. I don't think I realised that you're from Marquette. I have been there. Do you know that? Did I tell you that before? In fact, I sat on a very cold plane at Marquette International Airport. We were just about the only people in the airport. A very, very cold plane at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And the plane couldn't take off because they had to de-ice the plane. We were flying to Detroit and we could not, for the life of us, take off. And there was no air. It was freezing cold, but we couldn't go anywhere because there was too much ice on the plane. That's never a good thing when they've got to hose down the plane to take off. Well, it's actually quite warm here, Jenny. So there you go. Sally's the first person to, and Joan said the same. Pretty Peacock. That's the one. So that's this one here. Okay, let's go, shall we? I wondered if that's what you meant. No, that's fine. You can still ask for that one. All right, so there's my Pretty Peacock base. And let's look and see what other pieces. I'm just going to go from the picture. I mean, we'll look at the instructions inside if we need to. Okay, so it's going to be a green. I'm going to make it exactly as it is. So it's going to be a green label like this one. And then we have some of these little glittery trees. So we have this one and this one, two of these. One. So who would rather look at instructions and follow them step by step, and who would rather just look at the pictures? Because I'm a pictures girl, but that's just me, one of those. And I think that might just about be it. All right, now dare I say it, Jodie's not here tonight because Jodie's cruising around somewhere at the moment on having a lovely holiday. So she's not here to order me to put extra bling on, but there is bling on the trees. So there is bling on them already. So it's like glittery stuff. And I'm going to use my bone folder here just to fold this down nice and flat. All right. So let's have a little look. Oh, we'll also need a base that is behind this. So let's have a look and see. I'm going to just open that up. Oh, okay. So this one and this one here, actually all three of them use the same bases. So there must be 9 bases because they're all using the same one. I did not realize that. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to, for this one, we're going to need to stamp with our, I might even use a couple of my own blocks, even though they have supplied us with a block. I'm going to use a couple of my own. So we've got this one here, and that is this little guy. I've got, I think this is B. Is this B block? Yes, that's B block. So that's this one here and here. The 2 green ones are already printed on. We do need the little star, and I'm going to use my little tiny A block. I'm going to put the star on with that one. Let's pop that on there. So any stamping will all be with Lost Lagoon, simply because that's the colour that's in the pack. But if you wanted to, like for example, the Lost Lagoon, I think it's a little bit light for the greetings, so you could step it up and use Pretty Peacock ink if you have that, right? So anyway, those 2 there. And I think that's going to be it. So let me just refer here to my instructions. Okay, so this one, yep, those 2, that is correct. Just those 2, the Stampin' Spot. The only stamping is going to be the little tree, the little star, and the Happy Christmas. All right, so the Happy Christmas, these are actually separate. All right, so I'm going to put this, let me see if I've got another B block. I think that's a good size. Okay, so I'm going to put Happy Christmas on the blocks, and I'm going to line my block up on my grid paper because I just think this makes it easier. So I know that it's straight. And if it's not absolutely perfect, it's not the end of the world, but it is nice when it matches. All right, so then I'm going to put the Christmas. Whoop. So I'm putting these face down so that they are one under the other. And then I'm going to put my block on top of it and pick them both up, and now I can stamp them together. Okay, so if I wanted to, let's use the Lost Lagoon and just see how dark it is. You always add extra adhesive, Megan? Pictures most times, says Rose. Yeah, I'm a pictures girl as well. Oh, don't worry, Susan. Don't worry about that. Never a problem. Oh, no. I hope you've cleaned up the Coke bottle. Oh, poor puppy. He got a fright, did he? He? Not sure. Just looking. The Fragrant Forest stamp is beautiful, Donna. I hope you really, really love it. And that Christmas Tidings embossing folder, I love that one. It's one of my favorites this year. I just think it's so beautiful. All right, so I'm going to start with the Lost Lagoon, and I'll see. Guess what I've just done? I've just put this on upside down. Well, that was silly. Did anyone notice that I did that? You're going to let me do that, won't you? All right, let me put that on. And this time we should have a Happy Christmas that is hopefully straight. Okay, the Christmas is slightly down. The Happy is perfect, but this Christmas, the S is a little bit low, so I'm actually going to put that. That's why I use grid paper, because I find it's really, really good for aligning things and getting them all straight. This should be better this time. Yep, that's much better. Okay, so that's how dark it's going to be. If we used Pretty Peacock, which obviously that's going to match our base, so we could go with that as well. So if you don't have Pretty Peacock ink, the Lost Lagoon in the kit would be just fine. Yeah, nice and straight now. Okay, so I'm going to put this, and I'm going to do it in the Pretty Peacock just because I like it. And I've got my, there it is, my Granny Apple Green label here. And I'm just going to pop that right there in the middle. Just like that. All right, so that's the Lost Lagoon and the Pretty Peacock. They go so well together. You can kind of use them interchangeably. Do I prime them? You know what the best thing I find for priming your photo, you can use your Stampin' Scrub and rub it on that, and that does a great job of priming stamps. But you know, if you wear jeans, and I'm a jeans wearer, I'm wearing them right now actually, I usually give them a good old rub on my jeans before I ink them up for the first time. I just find that works really well. So I hope that makes sense. Oh, the bottle was empty. Woohoo! Finn is a boy. It's a good name for a boy. Can I zoom in a little? Yeah, I can. Hang on. Let's, I think that's as close as I can go. Is that okay? Is that better, Donna? Oh, no, it was Sally that asked me that. Sorry, Sally. All right. Okay, so now we've got this piece here. And going on the pictures, I'm going to need Lost Lagoon for this little tree here. And I'm just going to follow the placement that they've done on theirs. So their tree is kind of just below the halfway point. So right about here, like that, roughly. Okay, and then another one up here, just underneath that star and a little bit down from this tree here on the right. So I'm just following the placement of these and using it. And if it's not perfect, doesn't matter. Okay, it does not matter. And because I love Pretty Peacock, I'm just going to, I can't help myself, I'm going to use the Pretty Peacock for the little star. And they've put a couple of stars on. Well, they're going to have this piece here. This is going to be in the middle. All right, so that's going to be like that. So this will give us a bit of an idea. This one's going to be like that. And this one is going to be like that. Remember, they're going to be on dimensionals. So I'm putting these, I'm going to move that over ever so slightly. So it's in the middle there. That's looking pretty cute, isn't it? So that gives me an idea of where to put my star. I want one star here and one star up here. Just, there we go. Just like that. Okay, that is pretty much the placement of these. Looks really cute though. And if you're wondering where the pecan pie in this, the pecan pie is in the trunk of the tree, just here. There's not much of it, just a tiny, tiny bit, but I guess it's in there, so they have to tell us that, right? So let's throw on a couple of dimensionals if I can find some. Give me a second. I think I put those ones back in the pack, but I was going to use my own. It won't matter though. I could use theirs. I've got, who was with us on Friday night? I finished off the card. I changed the card up a little bit I added some leaves to it, and I love how it turned out. I thought it was just lovely. So all right, I'm just going to use these because I don't know where mine are. That's all right. That's how it goes. So I'm going to put 2 behind each one. Oh, these ones are extra spongy. That's interesting. And I'm just going to put 2 behind this one as well. Right, so this one, take the backs off them, is going to go right about there. And then this little guy, looks good on dimensionals, doesn't it? Will be right about there. And this little guy, so you can see these are pretty easy. I mean, all of our kits, I would say, are easy. But if you're looking for quick and easy Christmas cards, and at this time of the year, I know a lot of people are, this could be the thing for you. All right, so this is going to go on here, on this lovely background. Okay, it's white on the inside if you're wondering about that. So the paper is printed here on the outside, but it's white on the inside to write in there. So now this is going to go like this. And then this little guy is going to get stuck over the top like this. All right, now you could glue this flat if you wanted to. I would definitely have my sentiment on dimensionals, but actually they have put the whole lot on dimensionals, which is why they haven't provided any other type of glue. Dimensionals are all you need. So I'm going to put 1 in each corner. Oh, you liked it when we added the leaves? I know it looks really good, doesn't it? I've got that card hanging around here somewhere. I'll tell you a secret. I didn't actually glue the leaves on. Look, they're just sitting there. I just put them in for the photo. But I could actually, probably should glue them in. But I think they turned out really nice. So this card was one of the ones we made on Friday night's video. That one and then this one. And both this one and the other one used brand new paper that was released on the 6th of September. So we had a new catalogue come out on the 6th of September. But these papers that I've used here, like these 2 cards, these papers are not in the catalogue. These are separate. These are like an extra release, if you like, online exclusives. So normally online exclusives come out every 2 months, but these were some that missed the main release and they brought them out there instead. All right, so this one is going to go on here. So I'm going to put my dimensionals down the bottom and then just sort of pop it over the top there. So you could add a second row of dimensionals if you wanted to make it higher, but I don't really. Which way I want it on the bottom. So I want them down the bottom here, not in the middle. And then that way, the top of it goes over. I just wondered how close. I've got mine a little bit close to the tree, but that doesn't matter. All right, just like that. Card is done. Card is finished. Do we like it? Is there a trunk for the red tree? No, there is not. It's just sitting there like that. We could make a trunk for it, but there isn't one. So these guys have trunks, and these ones have trunks. The only one that doesn't have a trunk is the one with the red dots, the glitter dots. I do like it though. I think it's really cute. Oh, I love that it's shiny. So there you go. We made a card exactly from the kit, the way the kit shows you. So card number 1. All right, well, let's make another card. Like I said, I haven't even thought about what I want to do with this. I've got the hiccups. Please excuse me. But I'm thinking there's a couple of different things we could do with this I've got in my head. So let's do a really, really simple. I'm going to see, do I have any? I think this is, I'm not sure that this is thick enough. This is just standard very vanilla, but we're going to pretend it's very vanilla thick because I'm too lazy to reach around and get the thick one. But I'm just going to start. I've done a similar card to this before, and I like this style of card. I'm going to start with this little guy. So this is like a thicker tree. So we've got the little sort of skinnier tree, and then this one is thicker. And I'm going to use a favorite color, which will be Mossy Meadow, because I love Mossy Meadow. This is one of my favorite colors for. And I'm deciding, will I do this as a portrait card or as a landscape card? I could go either way. This could work both directions. You know what? I'm going to go portrait, and I'm going to start by putting just above halfway. I'm going to put my tree right here in the middle, and then without re-inking, I'm going to put a second tree. And because the trees are, I'm not re-inking, each one is a little bit lighter than the one before. Okay, so then let's do a second row, and I'm going to have one further down, and we're just doing basically a little forest, I'm going to stamp that one off. I don't want it dark over here. Yeah, that might be enough. Just want a few trees. Okay, and then I'm going to borrow a friend. I probably could have done it a little higher, but that's okay. I've got this Happy Christmas here, and you know what? I'm just going to go with the Happy Christmas because it's already on the block, and that will do just fine. But I'm going to borrow from some dies, and the ones that I'm looking for anyone who is, does anyone guess what I'm looking for? But you could also stamp this because it does have a matching stamp. These are the Grove dies, and guess what I'm looking for? We have a couple of little deers. I'm deciding how big I want my deer in front of my forest to be. That one might be a bit big. This one might be a better size. So that one is going to be, yeah, I think he's a better size. Don't you, little guy? All right, so what colour should our deer be, guys? What colour do you think? We could do him in pecan pie, which would be like a medium brown. It's this kind of colour, do you think? Or we could make him grey. But I'm thinking maybe pecan pie might be nice. Or we could make him crumb cake too, because I'm just cutting him. I'm just cutting him from cardstock. And I'm just looking to see. Oh, yeah. So this is pecan pie. This colour here. Do we like that? The pecan? Yeah. Okay, that's good. All right. A couple of people say that would work. Right, so I'm just going to use my trimmer because I need my paper cut in half to put through my cut and emboss machine, because the cut and emboss machine will do up to 6 inches wide, and this is a little bit short of that. Half a sheet of A4 is 14.8 centimeters wide, or you could do half a sheet of letter cardstock as well. And let me just move a couple of these things so I can do this. So I have done cards similar to this before. I just haven't done it with this set, and I haven't done it recently. So, yeah. So I'm going to put, the other thing you could do is you could do it in black, like a silhouette. So, you know, but that would look better, I think, if you had like a sunset going on in the background, something like that. Okay. There's our little deer. Isn't that cute? So you can see the hole that it came out. And I'm going to pop that back in with the dies so I don't misplace it. Right, so we can just put him on as he is, and that would work just fine. Just you know, like little deer just like this. I think that would look rather nice. But we could also come in and give him a little bit of shading. So I'm thinking maybe I could use my blending brushes, but I'm wondering if I might be better to use sponge dauber for this. So I'm going to grab a darker colour. Early Espresso or even Pebble Path would be another colour choice. Pebble Path would work, but I'm going to try Early Espresso first, just that my Early Espresso needs a bit of a re-inking. I think I said that the other night and then forgot to do it. Right, so I'm just going to give him a little bit of a shading. It might not make a lot of difference, but I just think it looks good to give him a little bit of, so he doesn't look so flat. So just around the outside, especially underneath, I'm giving him, and then on top, you could even, if you wanted to, add some highlights on top, like as if the light was hitting him, like moonlight, something like that. So you could, you know, use a little bit of white along the top. But I don't know that we need to in this case. Let me see. I'm just going to have a little look here and see if I was to use my, see if I've got a blending brush handy. This is my white ink pad. White ink pad is so useful for so many things. Love, love, love my white ink pad. Well, I might add that later, but I don't seem to have a blending brush handy. I've walked away with those. But anyway, let's just pop this on. I think that would be fine. And you could use mini dimensionals, probably are your best bet in this case, because it's little. Otherwise, you'll find yourself chopping up the bigger ones to make them smaller. So the mini ones just kind of fit on there nicely. So let's pop this little guy here. All right, so he's looking rather cute there, isn't he? I did, Megan. Do you have a good memory? Yeah, this is not new. This is me just thinking, oh, this stamp set would be good for this. All right, so this is very, very simple, really. And I'm going to go with Pecan for the Happy Christmas. And that's going to go down in the bottom right-hand corner, like so. And I'm just thinking, I wonder how this would look. This might be overkill. I don't know. But what you could do, definitely needs some bling. Definitely. I'm wondering if I could get away with a little, like a knot of this. This is new ribbon. This is, in fact, I've only just opened it. I haven't used it on a video before. It is the Black and Vanilla tartan ribbon. Is that what it's called? Black and Vanilla. It just says Black and Vanilla. I'm looking to see. Large check ribbon. There you go. It's called check. All right. So I'm thinking this is really cute, and I want to actually chop it a little bit shorter. I don't want it to be long, and I'm chopping it straight across, and I'm wondering how it would fray this ribbon. It might, and if it doesn't, well, it's not the end of the world. And it doesn't fray particularly well, but I'm going to chop this a little bit off. It only frays so slightly, so it's more of a, which is good, means it's not going to fray on you if you don't want it to, but sometimes it's good when you have a fraying ribbon. So I'm thinking about adding that just here on one side. I think that would look nice. So let me do that with glue dot. And let's pop that right there. That's a little bit of added lumberjack. What do you think? although that would probably be red and black, wouldn't it? Now we do need some bling on here. What bling shall we use? Shall we? I just dropped my box of bling just before I went live. So my bling is all over the floor. Literally dropped it as I was going to hit the live button. Ooh, I wonder if this would work. Well, if you wanted it to be winter, you could add a couple of little gold snowflakes. Those would look nice. That could be good. If you don't want it to be winter, we have copper clay and pecan pie bling here, and we also have not pecan pie, what did I say? Copper clay and pebble path is what I meant to say. We've got rustic dots. Those would look nice. And and then we have lots of bling all over the floor. What do we think? Does anyone have 2 cards and no vellum yet? Oh, I know. What are we doing? Hey, I'm planning on doing another card. So that all is not lost, Cherie. All is not lost. I like the gingham. I think that's great. The little check ribbon. I think that's fabulous. Do I have the adhesive back star trinkets? I don't have those. That's one of the ones I don't have. Need some shading on the top. Some rustic dots. Well, okay. So we're not going to go with the snowflakes. I think that's a little un-Australian, isn't it? Unless you live in the snowy mountains. But no, not so much at Christmas time. And then I am going to grab my paper snips. And I'm making a giant mess here, but hey, what else is new? Right, so I'm going to pop one of these here. This will help this to look less bare at the top. You were saying it needs something at the top. And then a baby one, I think, because we have, these are the large ones that I've just used. And then we've got the baby ones. So let's try one of those. And there we go. I'm just keeping this one super simple. Super simple card. All right. What do you think? Do we like it? We could Wink of Stella our dear or Wink of Stella the trees, one or the other. I think both of those options would look nice. Yeah, shading somewhere would look nice. But I'm going to keep this one simple, and then maybe I'll do a second version of it with some shading. That would be nice. No, not ill. Not ill. I'm just fine. Used the whole sheet on your craft today. Ooh, Rose, what were you doing? You made vellum flowers. Oh, my goodness. That's fabulous. That's a lovely idea. Vellum is just the best, isn't it? Never thought you'd hear me say that, right? All right, so we've got this one. So that's 2 cards down, guys. And it is only 8:20. So I'm going to do one more card, and it's going to be super simple. We're doing really simple cards tonight because I love to prove to you guys, for anyone who doesn't know this, that card making doesn't have to be complicated. Okay, it can be super, super simple. All right, you do not have to have loads of talent. You do not have to have a whole bunch of, equipment. You can manage with, just like I started earlier, we can manage with a kit. We can start out with really, really simple things. All right, I have got a piece of Very Vanilla. I'm doing Very Vanilla tonight. Don't know why, but I just am. All right. And remember on Friday night we used the masks to create our beautiful sunflowers. Remember? Well, I'm going to do, so these are the sunflowers that we made with the masks on Friday night, okay, which I think they turned out really nice. And that's the sunflowers here, these guys. We've got like different layers. And then if you want to, you can add leaves as well. But there's a different type of leaf in here, and that's this one, this little leaf one here. And I'm going to actually do a background with this because I think it's really, really lovely. It's stunning. Now the question is, should I go with autumny kind of colors, orangey, rusty tones and green, or should I go with something completely different? What do you think? Grounded, yeah. Yes, we could do that as well. That would be nice also. Autumn colours, says Donna. Okay, autumn colours it is. So let me grab a couple of colours that I really like. I've got some browns, I've got some greens. Let me grab maybe, we've got some orange here. Okay, so I might start, we've got, just having a look to see, I've got my Mossy Meadow, because you guys know I love this color, right? And I'm just going to start with, I put it on my paper so that I can see the vanilla piece underneath. You can see where it is. And then you're just going to put your hand on top of it and hold it in place. All right, so I'm going to start down here in the corner. And I'm just going to give it a bit of a smoosh over with my blending brush. All right, now if I want to add more color, okay, just leave it where it is, add more to the brush, and then I can really start to add some darker color in some places. So I'm not going to add the darker color everywhere. I just want it to be here and there, okay? So just like that. And then I decide, well, what color do I want next, right? I'm thinking, what do you guys think? Would Pebble Path be a nice color choice for this? Should we do that? This is a new in color. Or I could go with the Pecan again, this one. What do you think? Do we like the darker Pebble Path or the Pecan Pie? Well, we have lots of people requesting different things. Donna was first with the autumn colours, and then Joan said different. Moira said different. Nari said completely different. And then we're back to autumn from some others. So, all right, Pecan Pie it is, Gail. Okay, you're quick with the fingers tonight. There we go. All right, so I'm going to come in here with the Pecan Pie. I'm going to make sure that I'm holding. Now, if this moves, okay, that's okay. You'll see that it's moved, and you just put it so it's almost like the design disappears because you put it back in exactly the same place. All right, so now I'm going to sort of come down here, and I'm going to do a band of this, and I'm going to overlap it over the green a little bit. All right. Now, I'm going to move this just so you can see how we're going. Can you see straight away how good this looks? Down here where I started, it's darker because I've got the beginning of the ink going on, and it's softer as I'm going up. If you want it to be as dark at the top as the bottom, then you just put this back on and reapply it, but start further up. Don't start down the bottom again. We'll start up the top this time. And it's just so easy and very rewarding. A mask is just like such a lovely effect, and I just love how it turns out. All right, now we get to think orange. So options for orange, we have pumpkin pie, we have copper clay. Let me pull a couple of these out. So this is like a more rusty kind of a color. We have Cajun Craze, which is quite a bit more orange on its way to red. Okay. And then we have pumpkin pie, which is like a more, so maybe what we could do is start with one of these because it's going to sort of blend really nicely with the pecan pie, and then move into the orange at the top. What do you think? Or if we wanted to, we could even add a bit of yellow at the top. All right, we've got lots of options. Thank you for the thumbs up, Leslie. That's much appreciated. All right. Yes, they're the new masking paps. They're called the Abundant Beauty Masks, and they're in your new catalog. In your, I think it's page 47 from memory. Let me double check myself, because otherwise, yep, page 47 of the new catalog. Okay, here they are. Right, there are 7 masks, and what is really cool is that these 4 here, these 3 are like standalone, but these 4 here all go together, and there's a notch in the corner of each one to help you line them up. Super easy to do. Okay, easy to work with, and they look amazing, just amazing. All right, so people are saying copper and then pumpkin. Copper. Okay, we have one asking for pumpkin. All right. Okay, I'm going to go with the copper clay just because that's kind of the next one. And I'll go in with my So I'm going to start down the bottom here, and you'll see it'll be deepest and darkest at the bottom where I started. Oop, that moves slightly, but doesn't matter if it moves slightly, that's okay. Looking good? What do we think? Do we like that? I think there will be room for some pumpkin and then maybe even some yellow at the top. Look at this, isn't it nice? Don't you love this? I love it. I think it looks so good, and it's such an easy background. You could, use this as a one sheet wonder and do it over a big area, or, do it over the whole area of this and then chop it up and, make different cards with it. Looks fabulous. You guys have seen me do a one sheet wonder before, haven't you? I love myself a one sheet wonder, I have to tell you. We had some... I know. Sorry, Donna, but they're just so good. They're really, really great. The stencils are fabulous, and you can do a lot with them. So, all right. So now I'm moving up to my pumpkin. So this is a bit brighter. Okay. How's that looking? Looking good? And then I think we need to move into the yellow for our very last one. I'm just looking to see. Yeah, I have a yellow brush. So what I do with my blending brushes, I don't wash them. You can if you want to, and I have done, but I usually don't. I'm going to go to Crushed Curry for my last color. So it's quite a dark yellow. But I keep, so for this particular blending brush has been used for a number of different yellows, and I just keep it for yellows. I don't worry about keeping it specifically for Crushed Curry. I just make sure I do all my yellows with this brush and all my oranges with this one. Okay, and if you're worried about it, you can go in and wash them, or you could even, rub it on something and get rid of a lot of the color that way as well. But you don't need to wash them if you do not want to. They will still work just fine. All right, so I'm going up the top here with the Crushed Curry. Okay, and there we go. What do you think? Do we like it? Now, if you want to, and I do because I like this, is I'm actually going to go back over this, just over the corners, and add a little bit of background color, okay? Because I like it to look like the edges to look like they've been given a bit of a treatment rather than just being on the stark vanilla. And then this time I'm going to use I'm just going over the corners. I've got Crumpet yelling outside the door because I think he wants to come in. Poor baby. Then we'll use a bit of this orangey one up here. So I'm adding a little bit of extra color, but not too much. I just want it to look so it's not as stark against the background. And then I'm going to use my brownie shade down the bottom here. You don't have to use all the shades if you don't want to, but okay, liking that. This looks good. Do you like that? Yeah, it's very, very good. And they're inexpensive for what they are. I think they're a really good buy because you can do lots of fun things with them. And just by changing your colors, it's going to give you a whole different look. So, Cherie, just for you, I've got a circle here. Do you think we should put it in the middle or down towards the bottom corner? And question of course, should I put a vellum circle behind? That is the question. So I've got a vellum square, but I think that's not right. I could do like a normal square on top of, I could do two squares, a square on top of a square. That would look all right. I do have, let me see if I've got any vellum circles pre-cut. I did have a big one like that, but I think that's too big. I think that's too big. What do you think? Is that too big? Do we even need it? Do you think we need a vellum circle? Do you think we just go with a different shape to this time? Does it need to be a circle? Bottom corner and yes, vellum, says Megan. 20 towards the bottom corner. Yes, a vellum circle behind. So the first couple of people have said yes to vellum and yes, but the positioning is the jury is out because Moira said she liked the center and Nari and Megan said they liked the bottom corner. So it's a little, it is very sturdy, a very sturdy product. I love it too, but hey, everyone knows that. I just think yes. So I think this one is too big. I think we need a smaller one. And I think I might need to cut one because I don't think I have one that is the right size. But that's okay. I can do that. I've also got some glitter, but it's white and that won't go. That won't go. Some distressed gold would look nice, don't you think? But I just want to keep it simple tonight. I also could do like a label as well, but that's not vanilla either. Oh, I also have a vanilla. See, that's going to cover up too much of my design if I do that. I don't want to do that because it's just going to hide too much. And I love the background, so I don't really want to cover a ton of it. What are we thinking? Yep, I'll definitely pop it up for sure. Absolutely. Has anyone else gone blurry or is it just Subu? Because Subu's saying she's gone blurry. So right bottom so you can see the large leaves. So you mean these leaves up through here? All right. So I am actually going to cut another piece of vellum. And for this I normally use my stitch shape dies. I love the stitch shape dies. Called stylish shapes. They used to be called stitch shapes and they changed them and added a few different ones. Another option would be on a banner with a circle behind. That could be a go. We still need a circle though. So I'm going to grab myself a piece of vellum and cut that in half so that, goodness me, you guys would just be, I have a hideous mess going on here, guys. It is just crazy. I don't know how anyone creates in a space that looks like mine. I really don't. But I manage it somehow. I just don't know how. I've got stuff everywhere. All right, vellum. Vellum is in the machine. That's good. And I'm thinking, I'm actually going to cut 2 circles so I can choose which size I prefer. I've got my bigger one here. So these are the stylish shapes, all right? There are 6 different circles in the stylish shapes, 4 banners and 5 squares. They are my absolute favorite dies of all of our dies just because they're so versatile. All right, so let me cut these out. This is my cut and emboss machine for anyone who hasn't been initiated to this. It is a wonderful, wonderful thing, and there are so many things you can do, and your cards and creations will look so much more professional when you have one of these. If you don't have one, reach out and I'll get you some information. Okay, I think we're in luck. All right, so our options. We have options. Okay, we can put a circle on a circle and it will look like this. Can you see how that's going to look with our sentiment stamped on here? Okay, then we could do a circle, and I think maybe this is still going to be too big. The circle behind a banner, that would also look okay. We could add that in the middle and you'll still see some of these leaves around, or we could add it down towards the bottom. But the options are banner or circle. Do we like that? Are you giving Subu a hard time, Cherie? Goodness me, Subu, you're being mocked. Cherie thinks she might have had a little too much, but she spelt it very special. A banner with a circle sounds good with twine or linen thread. I agree. I think that's a great idea. Oh, I just got them. Do you want to see them, Cherie? Are they on their way? Mine just arrived and they are amazing. Let me grab them. All right, these are new. And I haven't used them yet because they're like literally only just came on a Friday, but I love them. There are 14 different dies in here. Are you ready? All right, ready? Look at them. Look at that. And they start from a little tiny one all the way to this great big deckled circle. And they're called deckled because they're not a straight cut. They're like a wavy cut. But look how many there are. I think these are so cool. And like I said, 14 in the set. Cannot wait to use them. But I haven't even got them out. I've got them out of the pack, and that's as far as I've got. I've taken them out of the pack. That's it. So very excited about those. You got to play with them yesterday. Did you love them, Donna? Are they great? Circle banner down. Okay, let's see what can we put on here that's going to look amazing. I'm just looking at a couple of my sets. We've got the autumn leaves set that we have a I'm thankful that would look nice on here with a grateful heart that would look nice on here. And you can do I'm thankful and then underneath stamp for all you do today and every day to have you as a friend. Aren't they nice? So that's a possibility. And then we could always go to something like Cheerful Daisies and do a you know, a brightest birthday one, or there's a happy birthday my dear that would fit on here, and a thanks for all you do on the timeless charm set. Does anyone have any suggestions? What would we like? Do we want a thanks for all you do or happy birthday, or do we want an I'm thankful or with a grateful heart? What do you think? I loved the rectangles. They were great. I had the stitched rectangles, and they recently did away with those. I don't have the deckled ones because I had the stitched ones. I have never got around to buying the deckled ones. And now that I don't have the stitched ones at my disposal, I'm thinking maybe I should get them. How is the trimmer? How's the trimmer? I don't know. What do you mean, Donna? Can you clarify that for me? Because I'd love to know what you mean. I'm thankful, says Sally. Me too, Sally, and that's what we'll do. We'll do that. I'm thankful. It's such a nice, simple sentiment. And let's pop it on a blog. I actually have all my long, thin blocks, which this really needs. I have them over on the other table. So I'm going to stamp this in Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to put it slightly up, so it's not quite in the middle. I'm thankful for that. And then onto this one here, I think we should have today and every day to have you with. Shall we have to have you as a friend or for all you do? I'm thinking to have you as a friend. Does that one sound nice? You use the deckled rectangles a lot, Leslie? That's good to know. Donna said, Cherie's comment. Not sure. Sorry, I missed that. Oh, the decal trimmer. Right, you guys are sorting that out. I see. Now I understand. See, I clearly didn't know because I don't have those. All right, so we've got this to have you as a friend. Let's pop it down. Let's pop it here on our... And then I'm thinking about changing the color. So I'm thinking about maybe going with the pecan, I think. Let me see. I've got stuff everywhere. Oh my goodness. So here's Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock. They're out on the table. Better get rid of those. And I don't know what the heck I've done with my pecan pie ink pads. So let's grab one that I do know where it is. Oh, I stuck it on my desk behind me. That's where. I'm going to go with this colour. I'm going to go Pebbled Path because it's a new one. I just want to make sure that it's stamping out okay. Yep, it is. And I'm going to pop that. Whoop, sorry, I've just got to bring it right down so I can get over the top of it with my head. To have you as a friend. Because I think that's really nice. To have you as a friend. There we go. Can we see that? All right, so let's pop these on dimensionals. And put one there. Actually, I'm going to bring these in a little bit closer. And take that off. And we're going to put this circle. Actually, do I want it on this size circle? The question is, how much do I want out from behind? Do I want a small vellum circle or a bigger one? I don't know. I don't think it will really matter. Maybe we'll go with a small one. Like I said, I'm just really wary of covering up the background. Right, so I've got this on here. And now I'm going to put a couple more dimensionals behind. One. And now the idea of using linen thread is a really good one. You could also use the elegant trim, the gold. That would look really nice as well. So we decided to go more towards the bottom. Yes, I think so. We could go either, really. But that was, I think, the verdict. I think that was the... Right, so like this. Now the question will be, what colour should I have my card base? I'm leaning towards crumb cake. Because crumb cake is a great colour. You know what else would look really interesting? What do you think? The gingham ribbon, would that be crazy? Or is that too, were we better off with some, you know, some linen thread? So let's tie the linen thread because that was the original. The other thing I could use would be the copper ribbon. Do you guys remember the copper ribbon that is part of the autumn suite? Because that could be really beautiful. And I'm thinking some copper bling will be good. And I'm thinking that should go right about there. So let me grab the glue dot. Here we go. Right, let's get this to sit properly. There we go. And I'm going to use my ribbon scissors. Oh, I've managed to, I might have to re-stamp my, my banner because I managed to actually blur. I've smudged it a little bit. Oh, well, but that's okay. Now, as far as copper bling goes, I love these. I think they're fabulous. These are the neutral sequin, adhesive back sequins. They are fabulous. And I thoroughly recommend them to you. They are really, really nice. These are the copper ones. And a little guy. Like that. I'm looking copper, just the thread. Yep. Okay, we did that. You refill yours all the time. There you go. All right. Let's grab a piece of crumb cake and see how that looks. We could also do one of the other neutrals, like maybe the pecan pie we could do, but I do like I love the way crumb cake looks around the edge because it is, like, to me, a true neutral. Grey granite would be another possibility. That would look great as well. But I think I'll go with the crumb cake today. And we've just made, guys, we've just made 3 cards. And thank you so much for your help, because it does make it very much easier when I have you guys helping me make all those decisions, right? Don't you wish when you made cards you had all of us together looking over your shoulder helping you make all your decisions? All right, so this is going to go here. Just going to make sure I'm opening it the right way. And I'm going to grab myself some Tombow. Or you could use whatever glue at this point you like. And let's add that. And there we go. We have another card. What do we think? Do you like that? Do I have a mono? No, I don't. I don't have that. There we go. Look, so now we have 3 cards, if I can find them. Let's see how I go. Oh, actually, I think I know where they all are. Woohoo, I think I put them in with the kit stuff. So we have, these are the cards we made tonight, okay? We made a card straight from the kit, okay? So that if anyone is interested, this kit, by the way, I don't even think I said the name of it. It's called Christmas something. It's called Christmas something, guys. Isn't that great? Where is my instruction pack? Because the name is on the instructions, and now I can't find the instructions. Or maybe I put them back in here. Let's see. Oh, I might have to look it up. Megan's probably already on it. It's called something. I'll need to look it up for you. I'm so sorry. But there's the 3 cards. So this is a kit card straight from the kit. This one is a card that I made with the trees, and I added a little reindeer and to make up something from the kit. Okay. And then also we have a card that we made with the masks, which I think looks really, really nice. Do I ever wrap twine around the card portrait? Well, yes, sometimes I do. But not often. If I am going to do, like if I was to put a ribbon on this, okay, and I wanted to wrap it around, I would cut a very small hole, really small, in the fold, and I actually pull the ribbon through the fold. I have done that before, but I don't like it as much, only because I don't like the ribbon being on the inside here. So, but I have done it. Sometimes it's fun to do. Okay, which one do we like best? Do you have a favorite from the cards we made tonight? What do you think, guys? You like the one I did for Christmas last year with the foliage set that's still available? Ooh. Huh. I'll have to have a think about which one that would be, Cherie. I'm not sure. I make a lot of cards. Oh, Megan, thank you so much. Everybody, I'm going to put it up on the screen. Thank you so much, Megan. Seriously. Megan's just posted the name of the kit. It's called Christmas Everywhere Kit. Should have known that. It's $37 here in Australia. And there is the number, 162422. Thank you so much. Yeah, you don't like the ribbon on the inside either. Yeah, me too, Donna. Yeah, I'm the same. You like the autumn one best, Cherie? Is that the one your favourite tonight? I know. Isn't Megan a champion? Thank you so much, honey. I really appreciate you doing that. I'm going to pull that off the screen now so it doesn't get in the way. But I think these all turned out fun. Really fun cards and easy ones. I love easy, right? Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching tonight. If you were on my page and you're still waiting for me to send the colour coach, it's coming. I'm so sorry. If you don't have it by tomorrow, then reach out to me again, because I might have missed it. There's just been so many. And I hope I haven't missed any, but if I have, that'll be the problem. The other thing is, next Saturday, for anyone who's around next Saturday, we have craft alongs. So next Saturday we are crafting by popular request with the Stars at Night bundle. Okay, I'm going to be doing a number of cards with that, but on the actual live video we'll make a card together. I'm really excited to share it with you, because I thought it turned out really, really pretty, and it's such a beautiful set. So I really hope that you will like it. 2 o'clock right here on YouTube, 2 o'clock next Saturday afternoon, the 23rd of August. That's Sydney time, 2 p.m. Okay. All right, guys. We'll see you very soon. Have a fantastic week ahead. And I wish you lots of sunshine. See you soon. Bye-bye.